Good day, mate.
Hey guys, today we are reviewing Interstellar. Interstellar, directed by Christopher Nolan, starring Matthew McConaughey, Anne Hathaway, and I guess Jessica.
Yeah,
she's billed pretty high up there. So basically, the movie is about Earth, sometime in the future, that is threatened by some kind of dust or something. I don't know if it's a bacteria. If they ever said what the hell it was. It was some dust that's like killing people. Earth is basically. Yeah. You know, they're trying to find another planet to, basically a planet that can sustain life so they could, you know, start fresh there. The movie starts off, you know, Matthew McConaughey is a dad. He has like 2 kids.
He's a farmer.
So he's a farmer, very family. You know, Christopher Nolan always like, have you noticed there's always a dad with kids but no wife? A dad with kids and he has no wife and he's like struggling. He used to be an engineer and an astronaut. Yeah. But
yeah, he was pretty awesome.
Yeah, he was cool. Now he's a farmer because NASA doesn't exist.
Yeah.
NASA doesn't exist, and like the government is pretty much non-existent too. They discover a wormhole in the universe that
like Saturn,
allows them. Yeah, by Saturn, that allows them to travel to like these other galaxies to see if these planets can sustain life. The concept is pretty cool.
Yeah. I do feel like it's really ambitious.
It really is. I wonder how long he's been writing this.
Me too.
I wonder when he came up with this story.
Yeah.
When I was watching it, you know, I was following it okay, but you know, there's a lot of things that I don't know about, like wormholes and black holes and stuff like that. And like that concept is like, it's kind of hard to grasp.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like a lot of people would maybe say it was a little boring because of that, because I mean, they did talk a lot about, like, there was a lot of science involved. I mean, you know, they tried to explain it as best as they could, but there were some times when I was just like,
just completely
what the hell is happening? Yeah, it was ambitious, and I give him props for that, because he obviously did his research. I read an article too that he worked with some
yeah, he mentioned it at Comic-Con.
Yeah, he worked with like a physics, some scientist guy that he was like trying to, they were discussing like black holes and wormholes and what would happen, all this stuff. So like, I give him his props for, like, you know, he did his research and it was pretty accurate from what I read online, that it was pretty scientifically accurate. I think it could be too much for some people.
Yeah, I feel like the script was just loaded.
Yeah, it was loaded, and I mean, it had its good moments, you know, like the story was good. The whole reason why all that stuff needed to happen was pretty good. You know, it was something that I could actually see, something that could be
and like
possible.
The villainous people, they had a good motive.
Yeah, exactly. The villainous people had good motive, and like, I feel like every character, I think the characters were written well.
Aside for one.
Yeah. Let me talk about Anne Hathaway's character real quick. I'm almost like, what are you doing here? Like, she was like, what are you even on? Why are you even on this mission? It's like she was you know. Later, they mentioned that she was in love with one of the guys that one of the astronauts that went out to explore these planets. But it's like they never show him. And I still don't even know his name. Like Edmund.
I know it's Edmonds.
Edmonds. She was apparently in love with him, and she basically makes all of her decisions while they're out there in space. Based on based on that she wants to see him again, and it's like, bitch.
That was a weak one.
Yeah, like it was stupid, and I expected more. Like, nobody gives a crap about this guy. Nobody's ever seen them together. It's just stupid to say that she's in love with this character that you never see on screen, and they never interact. So it's like, how are you supposed to feel for her? Nobody. She gave this whole speech about, oh, maybe love, it transcends all of this stuff, and I'm just like, I don't care.
They forced that.
Yeah, they really forced it, and it's like, it's hard to care when you don't see them interact. You have to have the audience connect somehow.
There was no build up to her, like she was just all of a sudden
exactly like,
oh
all
yeah,
of a sudden,
I'm in love with this guy.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I think we should go to this planet, and Matthew McConaughey is like, because you're in love with him, and she's like, yeah, and I'm like, I was like, what? Since when?
Get that from thin air?
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, that was the only gripe I had with the movie, was the way that they wrote her character, because I feel like they just, and look, I'm all for love, but that was stupid. That was stupid. Like, him and his daughter, that's the type of love, you know, you saw that relationship.
Yeah. And
you saw how close they were, and like, that was like, man, I need this guy to get back home to his kids. I couldn't give a shit if she was reunited with her scientist dude. Like, that was the only thing that I had a problem with.
Tars.
Yeah, Tars.
Okay,
when a robot, when a robot has more personality than a human person, Anne Hathaway could have just not been in the movie. Oh, that was annoying.
That little girl Murphy, like, I really just loved her character.
Yeah.
She was just like,
she was badass.
She was badass, and like she, you know, it felt like she had like a purpose in life, and she like really attacked that purpose,
and yeah, she didn't really care what like even her teachers told her. As far as the cinematography and all that stuff and the directing it was pretty good. It looked better. Really yeah, it looked better than Gravity. That's for sure.
And we didn't even see it in IMAX, so
yeah, we saw it and it was still good. We might see it again in IMAX. Who knows? Because yeah, this is a movie, by the way, that you probably have to see like at least two more times because there were a couple things that I didn't really get. The way all the planets looked were awesome. It was shot well, and the way he presented space looked really realistic to me. Yeah. How would it be going through a wormhole and falling into a black hole? I thought it was really cool at the end how they were explaining how like 4 dimensions into a 3-dimensional space so he could understand kind of like where he was. That was pretty cool.
I like the score a lot, but
the score
I feel what
was
you were
cool.
saying, like, sometimes it would just drown out what other people were saying.
Dude, the score was loud as shit. Yeah. I can't hear what they're saying. This is already a kind of confusing movie.
Yeah, but other than that, their use of sound was good. Like, I like how, I like when they first launched the shuttle and like when the second piece broke off, I just got really silent.
Yeah, they stuck to the whole, you know, there's no sound in space and all that stuff. I feel like he really worked hard to like be as real as he could be. The black hole was probably like one of the coolest things I've ever seen on screen. It made you really understand like the properties of a black hole. Out of 5 stars, I would give it,
I'd say like 3.5.
3.5?
You know what? I feel like I'm giving it a 3.5 now, but I wouldn't be surprised if 10 years from now I watch this movie again. I'm like, you know what? This is really an amazing movie. Like I just feel like it's too ahead of its time.
I think it is too ahead of its time. The fact that you have to watch it a couple times to get it. I mean, Inception was like that, but Inception was just.
I was blown away the first time I saw it.
I was blown away. And Inception, I feel like it's a more relatable concept, like dreams, everybody dreams.
So next week, tune in as we review Michael Keaton's Birdman, one of my favorite actors, so I can't wait for this one.
Yeah, he was the best Batman.
Yeah. Where is he?
It should be up next Friday. Yeah.
Point of 2 saying, peace out.
I'm not wearing hockey pads.